Coach, looks like there might be one change to your lineup tonight.
Yeah, Brandstrom in, Docker out.
What was your message to Jacob when just sending him back down to Belmore?
Just has to play games and play more games. They've got 3 coming up here. We were so banged up that we had to kind of throw him right in there, and I thought he did a good job, but he has to play and play lots of minutes.
He was coming off that high ankle. Like, in an ideal world, if you weren't so banged up, he would have just gone back.
Yeah, for sure. Especially for young D, you got to play, and you got to play lots of minutes, and you got to be important. So he'll be back up here at some point. Just he needs to play and play in lots of situations.
What kind of, I don't know if psychological boost or whatever the term would be, but for you guys to get over the 500 points percentage, what would that do for your group?
Well, it's just, in general, we just got to keep scratching and clawing at points. What we did in December, we got to try and do it again in January. So clearly, getting over 500 is one thing, but you've got to be, and then you got to stay there. So, we're going to take it game by game, period by period, and just keep scratching and clawing and take everything we can.
I think after Washington, you said that DeBrincat was feeling more comfortable. Do you think as a team, you guys have started to gel or just find your groove more?
Yeah, I think so. We're playing so many games in so many days and being on the road. And guys, it's a new team, really. A bunch of new guys this year added to the group compared to other years maybe. And now I think guys know exactly where they slot in the lineup, where you slot in the dressing room, all the, kind of who you eat with, all those things. I think that's this time of year for everyone in the league. And now, the best players, it's such a long year, it's 50 games or whatever to go. Now the best players, just under 50, but the best players take over. And, a lot of times you see a guy come out with an unreal start and then he cools right down. I think the best players in the league take over here over the next 30 games.
Could you update where your injured guys are? Norris, Joseph?
Norris still a bit away. Don't expect him, anytime soon. Mott, weeks away. Joseph's probably the closest to coming back, but I don't know the exact timeline. Everyone else is a bit further away.
You talked about how Norris was going to see the specialists again about his shoulder. Has he seen them yet?
Yeah, he has. Some stuff's healing. It's good news, but it's not there 100%. So, I think I said that we'd see into January. Here we are. It's still, a little bit away here.
So no timeline that you're hoping
No,
for?
we're not going to put him on a timeline, but at the same point, we'll know when he's ready to go. But it's not going to be real soon here, I don't think.
And with Matthew Joseph, you said he skated last week. Has he tried again to go?
Yeah, he skated again this morning, feeling much better, but he's not there yet. But he is the closest of the guys. I think I'll have an update on him this week as to maybe a timeline.
When you have 3 days off after a game, does that make you a little bit more likely to maybe your top-end forwards would get close to 20 minutes tonight?
Yeah, we're going to do whatever much like before Christmas probably. We're going to do whatever we have to win the game. And but a lot of times that's everyone playing and us playing fast and playing hard. But if a guy isn't going tonight, it's not like you've got a game waiting on you tomorrow or the following day. We're going to practice, off-day practice. So there's going to be plenty of time for rest. Whoever's going is going to play tonight for sure.
There was a guy in the stands apparently named the Grizz. He looks like you, who was here today. Who is that?
Yeah, it's my brother. Yeah, from Windsor. Comes down a couple times a year, brings his kids to see my kids, so it's good. I don't get to see the family a whole lot. With the NHL being the way it is, you don't get home for Christmas. So he's up here with his 2 daughters and wife, and they get to hang around their cousins, so it's good to have him.
Is that his real name?
No. Just nickname as a kid, of course. I gave everyone nicknames, and it's stuck pretty good over the years. So back home, he's a real estate agent, but back home he's known as the Grizz.
What is his name?
Andrew Smith, yeah.
I heard you guys have a pretty good record with him in the building, too.
Yeah, he's been lucky, and we'll hope he continues. And if he does, he may have to stay for a bit.
DJ, the Jackets are having a bit of a tough year, but they should get Laine back today, and Goudreau's a point-per-game player as well. You still have to be wary of a couple of their threats?
Oh, yeah. How many times have we said that it doesn't matter who you are in this league, anyone could beat anyone. If you're going in there looking at Gaudreau, Johnson, and Patrick Laine and thinking it's an easy night, there's something wrong with you. If you look at the teams they've beaten, you look at some of the guys they have, it's the NHL. And we just got to do what we do. And whether it's Washington, Boston, Columbus, we've got to be mature and we've got to play the right way and we have to check. And if we do that, we have a chance against anybody. If you don't do that, you can also lose to anybody.
Forsberg starts tonight?
Yeah, 4-0 go tonight.